truck only holds 300 gallons of water because it's a ladder truck. And it takes a lot of space to put this ladder into existence. So they take the water tanks and they shrink them. They make them smaller. So that's why we want more water power if we need it. Now the bridges, they have standpipes on them, which are just long pipes you'll see with caps on them. So in that instance, we could have a secure water supply. God forbid we had a serious accident like a hazmat spill or an oil tanker or a gas tanker that happened to catch fire, where we needed more supply water. This truck contains all the tools necessary to extricate people. If we needed to cut a car open, we can go in here. And this is the Hurst tool. This contains all the equipment to cut and chop cars up, take the ropes off, and get the people out through the tops, because sometimes they're squashed and doors are smashed and there's no way to make entry to these vehicles. These here are supply lines. These are what we connect the big, large diameter hoses, which are intakes. So when we need master streams and we need to supply a lot of water, this pump is capable of pumping 2,000 gallons a minute. So with that large diameter hose, and we connect into here, we can feed all our lines in our area without a problem. We are able to supply quite a bit of water at one time from one vehicle, as long as we've got the intake to handle it. So you need to know a little bit of operations. You have to make sure your gauges are pumping right. You have to set your throttle. You have to make sure that if somebody shuts a line down, that your governors are going to kick in and they're not going to take the guy off the ground. Because if you put too much pressure on a line and you're one man hanging out to the end of this, it's quite a chore to hang on to.
Getting on the vehicle and getting ready to drive out of here should be about less than a minute. And then once you respond, we get dressed on the way to a call. And typically that's probably like anywhere between a 3-minute to a 7 or 8 minute response time if we're going, up north, we're going to Foxen area. And in that time, either the 3 minutes or 7 or 8 minutes, they can get fully dressed and ready to go, with the exception of just putting their air mask on, which they'll put the mask on right before they go into a building.
This is the typical air pack that we wear when we go into a fire or any other emergency situation where we need breathing air. This is our mask that we put on, and we put that on under our helmet, and we put a bag on. Yes. And this is how we turn it on. This is supply. About 45 minutes of air, depending on how hard we're working, how hard we're breathing.
By the time you're done with your air pack, with tools, and your gear, you're probably looking at about 45 to 50 pounds.